Olá a todas e a todos, sou Dudu Moreira e este é o quarto episódio do nosso projeto Conexão Global. E não haveria como ser diferente, nós vamos continuar tratando sobre o coronavírus. Já falamos com a Europa, já falamos com a Ásia, já falamos com a Oceania e dessa vez nós vamos falar com um dos meus continentes favoritos do planeta, que é o continente africano. Eu vou ter o privilégio de conversar com um amigo meu, Mathew Bare Jackson, que eu conheci em Nairóbi, quando estive em Nairobi, no Quênia, e agora vou ter a oportunidade de coletar as informações com o Mathew sobre o que está acontecendo na África. Então, sem mais demoras, vamos conversar nossa conversa. Hello, Mathew, how are you, my friend?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine too, thank you to ask. So, Mathew, where are you now?
Right now, I'm in a place called Ongata Rongai, which is just neighboring Nairobi.
Mm-hmm.
Just from here to where we have the border, going to Nairobi is only like 5 minutes from here. So I will say I'm in Nairobi.
Ah, wonderful. So, Mathew, tell me, what do you work with?
I have a tour farm, a tour company called Butler Eagle Safaris. So basically, we organize tours within Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, and Rwanda. So yeah, that's what I do, mostly in the tourism industry.
So when the people who watch that video wants to go to Africa, they should talk with you, right?
Yeah, definitely. Anytime anyone wants to visit Africa, they just talk to me. Butler Eagle Safaris is the company, and we'll be glad to show them around.
Amazing, man. That's the point. We should make your merchandising here too. So, Mathew, tell me, how many people there is in Kenya right now?
In Kenya, we have a population of about 45 million people.
45?
Oh, you mean the one? Yes.
Okay. Many people. And tell me, please, Mathew, can you tell us about the healthy matter, about the coronavirus already in Kenya? How many cases do you know that it's confirmed, that are confirmed in Kenya? The number of, unfortunately, the number of deaths too, if you can actualize us, please.
So earlier today, the number was 144. That was the confirmed number of cases that have been reported in Kenya. The number is still rising because just like a week or so ago, it was only less than 10 people that had been reported to have the virus, but now the numbers are really rising at a very high rate. Unfortunately, we've had 6 confirmed deaths, which is very unfortunate. So yeah, the coronavirus is really spreading at a very high rate.
Yeah, all over the world, man. And tell me one more thing, Mathew. You told us that you work with tourism, and did the tourism has been already affected for the virus or don't?
Yeah, the tourism industry has been, I think, the most affected industry in our country because we are not receiving any tourists into the country. There are no foreigners that are being allowed to come into the country. That has been the case for the last almost a month. So the tourism industry has been, and mostly we don't do much of the local tourists. So we only deal mostly with the international markets. So the tourism industry has been very much affected. We have been having so many cancellations, and fortunately we have some clients that have decided to postpone their trips maybe to a later date, but we still have some that have decided to cancel because they are not sure how the whole thing is going to be, when it's going to stop. So hopefully this is going to die as soon as possible, because it's really affecting the livelihoods of many Kenyans and many people in general.
Okay. And in our first talk, you were telling me that the government decreed a lockdown. It's not that much a lockdown. Can you explain it for us, please?
Yes, so what has happened is Nairobi has been locked down for 21 days. That's there's no one who is going to be allowed into Nairobi or out of Nairobi. So even myself, I cannot access Nairobi, even though I only live about 5 minutes from where the border is, but I will not be allowed to go into Nairobi. So this is, they are trying to, because most of the cases are in Nairobi, and we have been having many people traveling out of Nairobi, going to the countryside, to different areas of the country. So what they are trying to do is they are trying to limit the number of people traveling, because the more people travel, the more cases are being are spreading all over the country. Before, just a few days ago, we only had the cases reported here in Nairobi. There was no other town or maybe other area that had the coronavirus cases. But now, due to people traveling, we've had many people interacting with the people who have traveled with the virus from Nairobi, going to other areas, and in that they are now getting the virus. The numbers are really increasing, and yeah, we are hoping as much as possible to try and minimize the spread.
Okay. And about the government measures that they are taking,
yes,
that prizes, can you tell us anything that the government it's making in the economy area, and also in the social area?
Mm-hmm. So the government has set aside some funds that are going to be given out to those who are elderly, and also like orphans, and mostly the people who cannot be able to cater for themselves. But it's a big task, because maybe you are aware that we have a very high rate of unemployment, and you find that most of the funds will not be enough to take care of everyone who really needs the funds. So even when we have the lockdown, if we maybe decide to have a lockdown in the whole country, it will be a bit of a challenge to most of the people, because most of the people have to get out of their houses to go and get something to feed their families. We have most of the people living below $1 per day. Most of the almost 50% of the Kenyans are living below the poverty line, and this is a big challenge when it comes to the corona issue, because those people will not everyone will be taken care of by the government, the funds that are being set aside by the government. So it's a big challenge.
Okay, yeah, without any question, it's a huge issue. So, and can you tell any other one more thing for us? So right now, the countries all over the world are struggling between each other for medical equipments, basically medical equipments. So do you know about the Kenya situation, if you have a supply, if there is enough supply of medical equipments for the healthy area in Kenya, or if are not enough that supply until now? Can you tell about us?
What I have to say is that most of, I would say we were not ready for the COVID-19 because most of the hospitals are not able to take care of the corona cases. So you have to be referred to different hospitals. It's right now when most of the counties are starting to set aside areas where, in case you feel that you have the symptoms of the virus, then now you are rushed to those areas. But just a good example is that we have been having so many people in the isolation centers waiting to be tested for the virus because we don't have enough kits. We don't have enough equipment like to test the people. So we have so many people who have been in the isolation centers just waiting to be tested if they have the virus or not. So those who had traveled from other countries, they were all in isolation for 14 days, just waiting to be tested. So I would say we don't have enough kits, and we also don't have enough manpower or enough trained doctors and nurses to take care of the situation. Right now, I would say it's a bit under control because the numbers have not risen to a bigger level, but I'm not sure how it's going to be if the numbers keep on rising.
Okay.
So yeah, we really hope that.
Do you know how many days you have? How many days ago do you have the first confirmed case?
The first confirmed case, I will say it was about 4 weeks ago. So it was about a month that's when we had the first confirmed case, and now the numbers have been rising.
But
most of the cases. Sorry.
But it seems to be under control until now. You said about 1,000 cases confirmed right now.
No, just 100 and right now almost 150 cases. So what is happening is that most of those confirmed, yeah, most of the confirmed cases are the people who had traveled from other countries. Those who maybe passed maybe via London or maybe via other countries are the ones that have been tested and they have been found to have the virus. But just a few days ago, we started having some people who have encountered with the people who had traveled from other countries, and now they are reporting such cases. So we are also having like internal transmissions. What we are not sure of is how many people out there who have the virus and they are maybe afraid of going to the hospitals to get tested, or maybe they are not sure if it's the virus or if it's just a normal flu. So some people are maybe just having the symptoms, but they just decide to stay at home because they are not sure if it's a COVID-19. And that is one of the reasons why the number is, I foresee the number rising because of that. Most of the people are not aware, they are not really sure what the virus is. And that is a big challenge because if such cases keep on rising, then it will be soon enough we'll be having so many cases reported.
Yeah. Okay, Mathew, we already arrived into 14 minutes of talking. So, my friend, the last thing I will ask to you, I know that you started your own isolation even before the decree of the government. So, in the prevention way, in the prevention terms, what do you think is the best advice for who's watching us right now?
So I am advising everyone who is watching to stay at home, make sure that you sanitize and avoid crowded areas, stay at a safe distance, preferably if possible just stay at home.
Wonderful, my friend, wonderful. So I wish all the best for you, my friend, for your family, and even for your citizens in Kenya too. I wish all the best, and we hope that crisis pass the fastest way we can. So, my friend, thank you very much for your participation here in the Global Connection with me, and we're still talking after the finalization of our conversation, right?
Sure. Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure. Thank you.
It was my pleasure, my friend, my pleasure. So, muito obrigado, pessoal, a todos vocês que gostaram dessa conversa com o Mathew. Eu imagino que tenha sido realmente interessante, ainda mais pegando as perspectivas de vários continentes aí do mundo. Acabamos de saber como é que vai a situação na África e contamos com vocês para continuar esse projeto, o Conexão Global. Confira os outros episódios e muito obrigado. Fique em casa.